I guess the only reason I am coming here is because my situation and course of action does not allow me to fully disclose to those close to me. On the 1st of December, I got the news I was dreading. All of the tests have confirmed the diagnosis. I have stage 4 pancreatic cancer. So basically this will be my last holiday season. I am okay with what is going to come. I am at peace with that. I have had a life well lived. All of my loved ones will be taken care of. I am naturally a private person, so my Wonder Woman, Jane, is unaware of my tests. I did not want to worry her until I had answers. So I head home early to have the talk. This is not something I want to do over the phone or text. Well, as you can guess, since I am here, my life changed more than once that afternoon. When I arrive at the house, I notice the car of one of my business partners in the drive. There was no mistaking it. Flashy expensive with a personalized license tag. To say this is out of the ordinary is an understatement. I pull up our home camera system on my phone and notice it is in privacy mode, not recording. So I let it be and drove off to my farm property. Now our camera system is for safety, and I never look at it unless there is a concern. With that said, I also love to watch for wildlife on the outside cameras. I also find it oddly satisfying to watch storms come through. So for my own enjoyment, years ago I configured a second video recorder to archive the cameras to local storage. That storage is not accessible via my phone. So when I was at the farm, I opened up my computer and looked at the other server to confirm what my gut was telling me. And sure enough, there they were, snuggling in the living room, drinking wine, dancing, then going up to the bedroom suite. Apparently they left the doors open, because the microphone recorded their activities after they left the camera view. With my limited time left, I wanted answers. But I don't want the drama of a confrontation and divorce. Call me what you will. I have all of the emotions that are to be expected. I know that I am not to blame. I have been a loyal, romantic, and attuned partner. I'm now thinking about myself. I know what is important to me. So I called my lawyer, and we reviewed my will and our prenup. I told him what was going on. We worked on understanding of how long and to what extent this affair has been going on. What has been found is disturbing, and I either clearly did not know the woman I shared 2+ decades of life with, or something in her changed. At this time, I am not going to say anything to my kids or WW. BUW and I never had children. I'm going to put on a stiff upper lip and get through the holidays. Give the kids and grandkids one last holiday memory with me involved. I will be the doting father and grandfather, and then try to play the doting husband role. Some background for some of the obvious questions. AP is a widower and is not remarried. He is a business partner, but not a friend. I do not invest with friends. I never married my twins' M and F mother. It was her choice, and I completely agree with her that at that time she made the correct decision. My kids' mother, Sarah, married a very wonderful man, Steve, when the kids were 7. Sarah and Steve never had kids of their own. I got my head out of my ass when the kids were 3. I had been very involved with them before that, but that is when I started my road to be the father I wanted to be. Sarah and I co-parented well together, and I would call Steve a friend. Sarah, Steve, and I are in our 60s. Jane is almost 60. AP is in his 50s. Jane and I are both in our first marriage. We were in our 30s when we married. What do I need? An outside outlet and release valve. If I'm going to accomplish my goal, I need to vent my anger and talk through my situation. What better outlet than internet strangers? I am at peace with how and when my life will conclude. Now for the top comments. I would confide in Sarah and Steve, so they can kind of prepare for the aftermath, and take care of loose ends you may have missed. Sorry to hear all this, OP. I would leave a video, Will, where you explain to everyone why Jane gets nothing. Expose her when you have the captive audience in front of all family and friends. I personally would leave everything to your kids, including the house, if possible. And I would make sure that she got left absolutely nothing. I would also not tell her anything about you and get your will and proof all done in separate finances from her and keep your money safe. I would personally leave her broke and homeless with proof of her infidelity, and I would never touch her again, and would make excuses all the time, so I wouldn't have to. Let everyone find out at the reading of the will. I'm truly sorry that you are going through this, and I'm sending prayers to you. I don't know what to say, OP. I'm so very sorry. I truly hope that you leave everything to your kids and grandkids. Please don't leave anything to Jane. I'm sorry about this. I hope after the holidays you can spend the rest of your life with those who truly love you. Now, for the first update. First, I want to thank you all for all your support. It really has helped. I have read all of your comments, and it has given me a lot to think about. I'm going to give some general information to help clarify my situation. Sarah and I were very young when we had the twins. They were a surprise, but always wanted. So the twins are in their 40s and the grandkids are all teens and older. Christmas is a week-long affair every year. We spend Christmas through New Year on the farm. We go cut down a tree after everyone arrives. We decorate, cook, play, and celebrate as a family. Sarah and Steve have been a part of this tradition since I bought the farm. I remain steadfast in not telling anyone until after the new year. If I told Sarah, she would not be able to keep it in. I don't want to place Steve in a position to lie to his wife. I want the kids and grandkids to enjoy the week. We will have plenty of time to cry and prepare in a few weeks. Jane's presence this week will just be a small detail in the long run. Really, I don't care about her anywhere near the rest of the family. The finances are very interesting. Jane and I met and were married after we both were very established in our job and wealth. She had a good job with a great pension. She also had 2 inheritances that were in a trust. We agreed early on that we were both comfortable, and we would not disclose to each other our entire worth by her insistence. We also have a prenup where any property and/or trust that predate the marriage and any income from those resources are not considered marital property, again on her insistence. Now I have provided both properties, housing with utilities. I purchased the travel, food, and fuel. Basically, I support her 100%. Her income and wealth is spent by her on herself. She purchased her car, clothes, personal travel, and cosmetic surgery. She is a very beautiful woman on the outside, but has shown she is very ugly inside. A few days after I got my diagnosis, I announced my retirement from the nonprofit. Now knowing what I know, I noticed Jane was a bit uncomfortable. I can guess why. I will be around more often, so tomorrow is my last day of work. Now I will be focusing on spending time with the family. I gave the camera server info to my lawyer and gave him access from his office. So I don't know if they had activities again, but I would assume yes. Again, I don't care at this point. I know who I am and what is my worth, and AP is a big step down. As flashy as AP is, I am low-key. I drive a 15-year-old pickup truck. I like jeans and t-shirts and coveralls in the winter. I know for a fact that AP does not have anywhere near the wealth that Jane thinks he does. How? Since the trust has invested in his business, I get quarterly financials. I don't tell anyone how much I have. That is between my accountants and me. But let's just say that the trust has been growing for 30 years. I live a modest life, and there is enough there for my great-great-grandchildren to enjoy the farm and have their education paid for. Once Jane knows what she lost, that will be her reckoning. I just won't see it. December really got busy. We did our normal social rounds these last weekends. AP was at one of the parties. It was hard to not keep an eye on Jane and him. I don't think I was caught. With being so busy and wrapping up everything at the job, I have had an easier time keeping it together. Jane has not expressed anything that would lead me to conclude that she knows I know. I'm not proud of this, but I still sleep in the same bed. I have been selfish with her as of late. I feel like I'm using her, but she has apparently been using me for at least the better part of this year. I am not as honorable as many of you have made me out to be. I hate this small amount of deceit, so don't worry about Jane getting everything because she will not. The trust is in great hands. I have detailed instructions on how it is to be managed. Thanks to the comments, I have made plans in case my health turns for the worse sooner than I want, or if I pass unexpectedly. I have also made plans to have in-home care when it is needed. Jane will not be my caregiver. If I become incapacitated, the lawyer will tell Sarah, Steve, and the kids. Jane will be blocked from me. All important papers, valuables, and whatnots have been moved to a safe location. Finally, I have also started letters to each family member, and Jane. Those have been harder than I thought. So I wanted to update you all before all of the festivities start. I might check in during the holiday week, but if I don't, it is planned and expected. Again, thank you all. Now for the top comments. You are such an incredibly strong person. I truly admire you. Thank you for the update and clarification. I'm glad your twins are older. There is no doubt they will be devastated by your prognosis, but they are old enough to handle it. I wish you nothing but peace in your coming days, and I hope you will be able to build more lasting memories for your grandchildren. One suggestion: take a lot of videos over the holidays. In the years to come, when your children and grandchildren break out the photos of family get-togethers, having video to watch does more than put a picture to the name. Generations to come will be able to see your smile, laugh, and hear your voice. Thank you again for the update and clarification. I believe you'll have enough time to see this through and maybe have another family trip. Somewhere new or an old favorite. Your internet friends care. Hope you enjoy the holidays with people you love and care and your health improve. Update me. Thanks for the update. I can't begin to fathom the mental fortitude you must possess to be able to keep going as if though nothing is wrong. I'm in awe of your strength and determination and hope that she doesn't rob you of the peace you deserve in your final days. Thousands of complete strangers on Reddit are holding you in our hearts, wishing you the very best. Do not go gentle into that. Good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to today's story. Please like and subscribe to help the channel, and so as not to miss out on the part 2 of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.